Hi everyone, welcome to the first episode of The Social, a complete end-to-end course of building a social media app with the help of Flutter and Firebase. So first of all, if you observe on my desktop, I have a folder of assets. The following assets shall be consisting of all the animations, fonts, icons and similarly all the images. Now don't worry, I will be simply mentioning the following link of the following asset folder under the description box so that we will be building our The Social on the same board. Along with having the following folder, I have also got a file of constant colors. The following file contains of all the colors which are kinda hex color that we shall be referring under our The Social. A last reminder, if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe. This channel shall provide you all the Flutter content, that is all the good Flutter content, specially focused for backend. So with that said, I can simply open a new terminal. And here first of all, let's grab over our desktop. So on our desktop, I can simply create a new Flutter project. Cool, so the following process is done. I can simply turn it off and simply open the following folder under my VS Code. Alrighty, so we have got our folder here. Let's make it a bright one. Cool, so now we can simply go under our library, under our main. Cool, so we have everything here, which is nothing but all the boilerplate code that you will be observing too if you simply created a new Flutter project. So before launching our application over our Android emulator, I can simply go under the following Android folder, under app for build.ydl file. And under the following file, I can simply enable the multi-disk of my entire application. So for that, you can simply let multi-disk enabled to be true. Along the following thing, I will be also changing the following minimum SDK version of my application from 16 to 20. So once the following thing is done, we can simply go under our main.dart file and launch our entire application once.
A few moments later.
So until our application is installing onto our Android emulator, we can simply do one thing. That is, go onto our Firebase console and configure a new project for our The Social. So under our Firebase console, you may observe that I have created a project of The Social already. That's because I needed to complete a trailer of our entire course, that is the entire walkthrough. So under the following thing, under our entire overview of our The Social, I can simply go under Cloud Firestore. You may observe that I have various collections for users of all chat rooms, that is chat room icons, chat room and etc. Now you may get jumbled up after seeing all of the following collections, and the following collections are like quite complicated. We are going to query all of the sub documents of the following collection as well. Now here under the following chat room, you can see I have sub collections of members, the messages, all the fields. Now don't worry, I will be explaining everything about what's going on here. So for now, I can simply go under authentication. So under my authentication tab here, I have different users. Accordingly, I can simply go under sign in method, and here you may observe I simply enabled two different methods for email and password, and similarly a Google one. Now don't worry, we are going to configure email, password, Facebook and similarly a Google one. Now let me explain to you about how you can create a new project onto our Firebase. So after creating a new Firebase project, I can simply add one more project. So under our Firebase project, I can simply give it a new name, let's say The Social. Alright, I am only 2 projects away from my limit, no worries, let's continue. And under this section, you can simply enable the Google Analytics, continue. Now the following process might take a simple minute, that is just a minute. So let's wait for it. Alright, our new project is ready, I can simply continue. Cool, so under our section of The Social one, we can simply get started by adding our new app. I can simply select an Android one. And here I will be simply pasting up the following company name. So for the company name, you can simply go under our project folder. You can simply take the following package name, that is com.example of The Social. I can simply paste it here. So here I will be simply give it a new name of The Social, and after that we also need to provide here an SHA1 key. Now on your screen you can see the command that we will be using for getting the SHA1 key, but for now we don't need it. So I can simply register my entire application from here. So once we have gotten the following Google services.json file, we need to add Firebase SDK under our Flutter project. So for that, I can simply do one thing under build.ydl file, and here under the following file. So once we have gotten all the dependencies, we can simply go under build.ydl for our Android, and under this we need to simply paste the dependency, which is nothing but a class path. The class path shall be referring to the Google services.json file. So after pressing the following class path, we are ready to go. So once we have done the following changes under the code of Gradle files, we can simply paste out the output of the following file, which was Google services.json of 1. So we need to paste the following file under our app folder. So I can simply paste the following file here. Now under this file you can see all of the configuration that we need to provide between Flutter and Firebase. Basically, we have to implement their friendship strong. So under the following structure of JSON, which is JSON structure, you may observe we have package name, which is com.example of the social, which is we are ready to go. So once we have done the following changes, we can simply go under our Firebase console, and we don't need to complete the following steps, so I can simply go to the console. So under our authentication tab, we can simply get started, and the sign in methods for today shall be referring to the email and password. So I can simply enable it from here and save it. Also after having this, let's enable Google sign in method as well, and for this, alright, let's go up. I can simply press save. But for that, I will be simply providing here my email address and press next. Cool. Save it. Alright, so once we have enabled both the sign-in methods of email password and Google sign-in, we can simply go under settings of our entire project. So under our following settings of our The Social, we need to provide here a fingerprint. The both of the key shall be necessary for implementing sign-in of Google between our Flutter and Firebase. So onto your screen, you may observe the following command for getting the following SHA-1 key for Windows. Also, I will be pasting out the following both of the commands for Windows and similarly for Mac OS under the description box. Go check that out. So once we have done the following thing, we are ready to go. Let's jump onto our Flutter project. Alright, so once we have configured our Firebase with our The Social, I can simply go under our main.dart file, and under our file, let's remove everything from here. We don't need this thing. Alright, it will give us a lot of error. So let's get the build method, which was our build context. Alright, we don't need this, and simply return a material widget. So here I will be simply returning a material app. Cool. So under our material app, first of all, let's have the debug banner to false, and after that, let's have a theme for a theme data. So under our theme data of our material app, the first thing we gonna need is nothing but an accent color. The accent color of our entire The Social shall be nothing but a blue color, cause I love blue color. Not because I just love it, but it looks fine and perfect. So under our theme data, first of all, let's have an accent color. So for having the color of our accent color, let's import the following file of our constant colors. So here under my library, I will be creating different folders according to different needs. So the first folder shall be nothing but a constant one. So once this thing is done, let's import the following file and paste it here. Cool. So we have all of our colors available here. The following color shall be helping us in maintaining the overall UI of our entire The Social. So after having the following color, let's create different folder as well. So here under my library, I will be creating one more folder for all the widgets, for all the common widgets. After having all the widgets folder, let's have all the screens. After having the following screen, let's have a new folder for all the services. After having all the services, let's create a model folder for maintaining the user data model. After having the following model, I will be creating one more folder for nothing but all the utilities. So let's name it utils. So after having the following folders, we are ready to go. But the next thing is simply importing the following assets. So I can simply drag the following thing and paste it here. Alright, copy folder. So let's make it up here. So alright, we are getting an error. So after having this, first of all, let's get the instance of the constant color file. So here under my accent color, I will be simply having here a constant color, that is the object instance. And from this, let's get blue color. So after having the following blue color, I will be simply having one more property of font family. The font family shall be nothing but referring to Poppins. After having this, let's have a canvas color. The canvas color shall be referring to a transparent one, cause we need to have a mind-blowing UI. So for here, let's have a transparent color. But here under our font family, it is referring to Poppins. So let's get the following Poppins under our puff.yaml file. So under our puff.yaml file, alright, let's check our Poppins. So under our puff.yaml file, we will be simply pasting up all the assets of the fonts. So here I can simply add fonts. So after having both the font families of Poppins and similarly Montserrat, press Ctrl and S. Cool. So we have entire thing up and ready. So here under our material app, first of all, let's have a home so that we won't get any error. So under our home, let's get a new file under our screens folder. For under our screens, I will be simply creating one more folder for the splash screen. Yes, I love creating different folder for different screens, cause we'll be requiring the helpers and similarly the services of a particular file itself. So here I'll be simply creating one more folder for splash screen. So here under our screen, let's create a new file for the splash screen itself. Cool. So under our splash screen, let's have a stateful widget for a name of a splash screen. Let's have a scaffold instead of a container. Cool. So I can simply refer to the following splash screen under my home. Let's load our entire application once. Cool. So we have our blank screen, but no worries. So here under our splash screen, the following screen is rendering a black color. So here first of all let's get the instance of our constant colors. So here under our scaffold, first of all let's have a background color. So here let's have a background color for a dark one. Cool, so after having the following background color, we will be simply requiring a body. Now the following outline of our UI of the splash screen is just looking like this. On the screen you may observe we have not a fancy but simply a clean and beautiful splash screen of just a logo of The Social. So for implementing the following logo, let's have a body. The body shall be under a form of center. So under the center I will be simply having a child for a rich text. Under the following rich text, let's have a text. So the text shall be nothing but under a form of text pan. So under the following text pan, first of all let's have a text, that is the initial text. The initial text shall be nothing but the, and after that let's have somewhat styling. So here under style let's have a text style. So after having this, let's have our children to our entire text pan. So under children we shall have all the children under a form of text pan itself. So under the text pan, alright, angular bracket here to format document first. So under the following text pan, first of all let's have a text. The text shall be nothing but social. After that let's have somewhat styling under form of text style. The entire text style shall be same, so I can simply copy the following thing and paste it here. The only difference shall be about the color, so let's have a blue color here, and also let's increase somewhat font size to be 34. Alright, so we have cool looking silent color here. So after having the following splash screen, we shall be requiring an asynchronous method, so that once the user shall be opening our app, he shall be auto navigated to the next screen, that shall be our landing page. So for that I'll be simply creating a new method under a form of init state. So here I can simply write init state. Now you may observe that after pressing I and I am simply getting the following code snippet. So how did I get the following node snippet? So for that you can simply go under the extensions of our VS Code. So under the following extensions you shall be getting the following extension of awesome Flutter snippets. So once we are here, let me show to you other extensions as well. The most important is nothing but a PuffPay assist extension, which is somewhere down here, alright, which is this one. The following extension shall be helping us in getting all of the dependencies without getting to the external site. So once the following thing is done, let's have an init state method here. So under our init state we shall be having a timer, alright, a timer. So under our timer, okay, let's import it from async library. So here under our timer we shall be requiring two main parameters. The first one shall be the duration and second one shall be the arbitrary function. So first of all let's have a duration here. So under our duration I'll be simply having a duration of not days but of seconds for 1 second. So after having the following duration we shall be requiring an arbitrary function that shall be simply throwing us to the next screen. Not throwing us but simply translating us to the next screen. So before that I can simply go under my puffpay.yaml file, and instead of having just a common navigation I will be having some fancy navigation. So for that I will be simply pressing Ctrl Shift and P to bring the command palette, and here you may observe you will be getting a PuffPay assist. So under our PuffPay assist I will be simply writing paste transition, which is one of my favorite package for getting all the transition between the screens. So under our timer we shall be having a navigator function. So here I can simply write navigator dot push replacement for simply transitioning our entire screen. So under our paste transition, instead of having the old traditional navigator of material route, I shall be simply having a paste transition one. So here under our paste transition it will be taking two parameters. So it will be taking a child and similarly a type. So for type I can simply write paste transition type from bottom to up or left to right. Let's have left to right. So after providing a type to our paste transition, we shall be having a child as well. So for child I can simply go under my screens and create a new folder for landing page. So under our landing page let's create a new file for landing page itself. So under our landing page let's create a new stateless widget for landing page. Let's have a new scaffold. So here under our splash screen we shall be having our child to be the landing page itself. So we have everything up and ready for transitioning our screen, that is our splash screen, to our landing page. So now I will be simply reloading my entire application once. Cool, so we are now successfully transitioning to our next screen, which is quite blank one. So here under our scaffold, first of all let's have a background color from our constant colors. So here under our scaffold, first of all let's have a background color for color of white. Let's see it. Alright, it is so bright. I love dark theme. So under our landing page we are going to create a screen which looks just like this, which is quite fancy and quite amazing for the user. But there's a problem, we are not using the init state management. Now let me tell you, we are using provider for our entire The Social. Provider is very good. I have been using it for much time and it is very awesome. So we shall be taking the help from the provider for getting our state management up and ready, also for the dependency injections and etc. So for having that stuff, let's go under puffpay.yaml file and get the dependency of provider itself. So after having the following thing, press Ctrl and S, but let's do one thing, that is get all the dependencies now and ready. So here I'll be simply having one more dependency for EVA icons, for all the fancy icons. Alright, EVA icons Flutter. After that, let's have a font awesome icons. Alright, let me do one thing, that is import all the dependencies and tell you about their purpose each by each. So these are all the dependencies shall be necessary for today. The following dependencies shall be including Firebase Auth and Go for managing our Firebase stuff. Also a Google sign-in for authentication with the help of Google, and the following page transition that I have told before for transitioning our page with some fancy animations. Provider for the state management, EVA icons Flutter for icons, and similarly font awesome Flutter for icons. Alright, we have all the dependencies, so we can go under a landing page. So under landing page, alright, we have a tiny thing here, I don't like that. So after having the background color, let's have a body to our entire scaffold. The body shall be nothing but a stack of all the widgets. So under a stack, let's have all the children. Now this is my old habit of creating separate widgets so that we won't get any complexities. So here under a landing folder, that is our landing page folder, I'll be creating one more file for landing helpers. So under our landing helpers, we shall be having all the important widgets. Yes, widgets. So under our landing helpers, let's create a new class for the provider itself. So here I'll be simply having a new class of landing helpers extending with provider. So for that, I will be simply adding change notifier, which shall be auto imported from our material.dart library. So here we need to simply obligate the following landing helpers under our main.dart file. So for that, I'll be simply removing the entire material app from here, and instead of that, let's have a multiple provider. So under our multiple provider, first of all, let's have a child. So under our child, let's fetch it off our material app. Cool. So under our provider, we shall be having all the list of all the providers. So here let's have all the list of all the providers available to us. So for now, I'll be simply having a change notifier provider, and for the create, it shall be taking an empty function and shall be simply referring to our first provider. Let's import it. Cool. Format document first. So let's get back to our landing page. So under our stack, first of all, we need a clean gradient of some fancy color. So for having the color, I'll be simply creating a new widget for the body color itself. So let's have a body color. So under our body color, it will be returning a container. So under the container, or at a semicolon here. So under a container, let's have a decoration for a box decoration. And under a box decoration, let's have a gradient for a linear gradient. So under our linear gradient, first of all, let's have a begin property under form of alignment for top center. After that, let's have an end property for alignment. Yes, you guys it right, for a bottom center. After that, let's have all the stops. So under our stops, I'll be simply writing a stop of 0.5 and 0.9. After that, let's have all the colors, that is a list of all the colors. So for colors, I can simply write a constant dot dark color, and after that, let's have constants dot blue gray color. So once we have done this, copy our body color and paste it here. Alright, brackets, that is parenthesis, press Ctrl and S. Alright, we have fancy looking screen here. So after having the following body color, we shall be requiring all the main widgets. So for having the main widgets, first of all, we shall be requiring a image of the following drone, which looks quite fantastic for all the landing pages. So for that, let's go under our landing helpers and create the following widget. So here let's have our body image, any sort of widget. It will be taking a build context. So under our body image, let's return a new container. Under our container, let's have a decoration for a box decoration. Under the following box decoration, let's have an image from decoration image, and from the decoration image, let's have the image as well for the asset image. Quite complicated. So under the asset image, we need to fetch the following asset, but before that, let's have a height under form of media query dot off for the following context, and from that, let's have a height from the size width. So here under the following size, I shall be simply having a size from 0.65. After that, let's have a width of media query dot off for the following context. I shall be having a size and a width. So here let's have the asset image. So for that, I can go under my puffpay.yaml file, and here after having this, that is fonts, let's have all the assets. So here first of all, I can simply write here assets slash images. And from the images, I'll be simply taking the image of login.png. Press Ctrl and S. Alright, we are getting a preview of our image here. So for that, let's copy the entire thing and paste under our asset image. So once we have done this, let's go under a landing page. Alright, let's align it properly. Alright, so after having the following body color under our stack, the widget which is at the top post shall be at the bottom of our entire screen. So after having the following body color, I can simply add here provider.off, and for the context, I shall be taking a context from landing helpers. So after having the following landing helpers context, I shall be listening to false because we are only reading the values but not rendering our UI. In case you need to render your UI, you need to simply change the following listen property to true, else it shall be false. So after having that, let's have our body image. It will be taking context. Alrighty. So press Ctrl and S. Alright, so we have our cool image here. So after having the following body color, let's have a new widget for the tagline text. So here I can simply add the following tagline text widget. It will be taking a build context to be a context. It will be simply returning to be a new position widget. So under the following position widget, first of all, let's have the position from top. From the top, I shall be having a position widget from 450. Also from left for a 10-1. So under the following child of our text, we shall be having a rich text. But before having a rich text, I always like to manipulate my all the text widgets, that is text and also a rich text under a container, so that you will be getting the help from the container constraints, which is one of the most important property. So here let's have a new container. So under the following container, first of all, let's have constraints. Alright, a constraints. Under the constraints, let's have all the box constraints. Under here, let's have a max width. So for the max width, I will be simply having a max width of 170. So after having the following constraints, let's have a child to our container. We shall be nothing but a rich text. So for having the following rich text, I can go under my splash screen and copy the following thing. Alright, I am not cheating, I am only saving my time. So here, let's paste it up here. So for this, I will be simply having my constant color, the usual thing. So after having that thing, press Ctrl and S. So format document first, but we need some different properties here. So first of all, let's have all the different attributes. So under text pan, I will be simply copy the following text pan. So here I will be simply copy the entire text pan and paste it one more time. Alright, one more for the question mark under a form of white color. Cool, so we have everything up and ready. So I can go under my landing page, copy the entire thing, paste it here. So here instead of having the body image, let's have tagline text. Let's change it up. Alright, it's looking more cool, but we need to change some more attributes. Let's have spaces. Alright, it is looking more cool now. Alright, one more space. So I'll be simply going under my landing helpers. So after having the following widget of tagline text, I shall be having one more widget for all the buttons. So here I can simply add main buttons. It will be taking a parameter of build context to be a context, not parameter but argument. So under our widget, let's return a new position widget. So under our position, first of all, let's have somewhat position from top. So after having this, let's have a new container. So under our container, let's have width from media query, and after that, let's have a child under a form of row. So under row, let's have all the children. But first of all, let's have some axis alignment under a form of main axis alignment for a space evenly. So under our row, the first children shall be a button itself. But instead of having any material button or floating action button, I need somewhat customized button. So here let's have a new container. Under our container, let's have decoration for a box decoration, the used to thing. So under our box decoration, first of all, let's have a border for border.all. This is the attempt that we are carrying on for our entire button. So after having the following border, let's have border radius for border radius.circular. And for the radius, I can simply paste out the value of double for 10. So let's have somewhat width of 80. Also a height of 40. So under a container, let's have a child to be an icon. So under the icon, let's have an EVA icons property. So from the following EVA icons, I can simply have email outline. Let's have somewhat color. So for color, I can simply have constants of yellow color. Alright, so let's test it up. So I can simply go under my main provider class, that is my main landing page. And here let's have our main buttons. Let's test it up. Alright, we have our button here. Now you may observe it is looking crossed because we need to simply re-render our entire application once, so that the external dependency shall be carrying up. Regardless of that, under our border of all, I'll be simply having a border color. So here I can simply add color for constant colors dot yellow color. Let's test it up. Alright, so after having the following button, we can simply refactor the following button under a gesture detector so that it shall be clickable. So after having a single button, we shall be having two more buttons for Google and Facebook auth, but the only difference shall be having of colors and their icons. So here let's have an icon of Google, and here let's have a different color of a blue color, also somewhat different color for the border. So after having a Google icon, let's have a Facebook icon as well. Let's have a different color of red one. Same for our border, a red color. Not a red color, but let's have a blue color, somewhat different changes. The only thing that shall be reverted. And here let's have a red color. So after having the following row of buttons, we shall be having a privacy text for our The Social. So for that I shall be writing a privacy text. So under this, let's have a build context to be a context. So under our privacy text, I shall be simply returning a new position widget. So under our position widget, first of all, let's have somewhat position from top. So from top, I shall be having position from 740, and from left, let's have position from 20, and similarly from right for a position of 20. So as a child to our position, let's have a container. Under our container, let's have a child to be a column. Under our column, we shall be having one more text. So for a text, let's have somewhat styling to our text. So after having the following text, we shall be requiring one more text. Press Ctrl and S. Now let's test it out. So I can go under my landing page, and after having this, let's paste it up here. So instead of having a main button, let's have a privacy text. Cool, so we have our text here. So I can simply go under my landing helpers and make it of 720. So everything is looking quite fantastic. So after having the following UI changes, let's reload our entire application once by closing it. Alrighty, so our application is loaded one more time, and you may see we are getting our cool looking icons here. So before continuing to our next thing, let's do one thing, that is simply change one of the icons. So here instead of having a Facebook, I shall be having a Facebook F, which looks quite cool. So after having the following changes, in the next tutorial we are going to implement all the backend service over our UI. So I think we should keep it till today. You simply have to practice all of the code once. So with that said, if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe. This channel shall provide you all the premium content for Flutter that you shall be not getting with a paid one. So this was just the initial episode of our The Social. Do let me know in the comments of all the feedback that I should be improve on over my videos. Also with that said, if you are not following me on my Instagram, please go quickly follow there, because I will be simply mentioning all of the updates of our The Social thereafter as well. Also if you are not into my Discord server, you are missing a lot of stuff. So I will be mentioning all of the links of my social accounts under the description box. Go quickly follow me there. So with that said, I will see you in the next one for implementing the backend service of our authentication for email, Google and Facebook. So I will see you in the next one. Till then, be healthy, keep eating good food, goodbye.